And then like I got really broke and had to sell it. And guess what? Still broke.
Yeah. For those. For those.
You had to sell it just so you.
In our audience, a message.
Hello!
Welcome to the Audiostation Podcast.
Fuck off with a bang, man.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Fucking...
We're getting pumped over here. Yeah, it's a later start than usual, so you know, we're all excited. We're all very excited.
It's a late one, man. I woke up really early today, and I'd never do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like I look really tired. I look really tired right
sometimes
now.
you just gotta stay in.
I got. Thank God I got my beer. This is my budget beer here.
That's Andy Dinner for you.
Andy Dinner.
Bring you Andy Dinner straight from the streets.
I work here sometimes.
That out of context, that sounds a little weird. I just kind of like called you out straight from the streets. That's. I'm sorry.
No, I'm from Etobicoke, so.
So you are.
It's like, it's killing in the murder scene right now. There's a lot of shootings. Yeah, it's bad. Well, I mean,
that's good.
It's not good. Etobicoke kind of sucks right now, but you know what? We're not talking about the murder scene. We're talking about the music scene here. What the fuck?
That's fucked up, man.
Hey, I actually had a band called The Murder Scene back in the day. I'm not even fucking making that up. I was in grade 10. It's one of the first bands that I had. We never played a show. We never did anything. We just called ourselves that because it was like, fuck, every name's taken. We were uncreative 15, 16-year-olds.
This took a real sideways. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep it relevant.
Well, yeah.
You're all over the place today.
Man,
Since it's a late start past your fucking bedtime.
Shut up, man. You're not supposed to let people know. I still live at home. I still have a bedtime.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
I don't. But welcome to the audio station.
Welcome. Yes.
This
is our start.
Yeah, this is the real start. We're bringing Toronto music, all the life behind Toronto music to light. Today is July the 26th, the end of the summer.
I gotta pay rent soon. Fuck.
End of the summer. I just said end of the summer. I meant end of July.
Yeah, there's still August.
There's still August.
And September's normally hot as fuck as well. Yeah, September. Yeah, it's still humid.
You go back and forth, you know.
You know me.
Well, yeah, we're here talking about the Toronto music scene specifically, but I wanted to address really why we are doing this podcast to the new people joining us now.
Yeah, please explain because I still have no idea. Go on.
Oh, you're just here for the drinks.
I paid for this.
You know your own.
I did not.
He did not.
Sorry. So shout out to David.
Confirmed.
David for supplying the.
Andy's here for the drinks and the drinks alone. He does not give a shit.
Oh, they're like, sit down. And I was put these headphones on. Huh? Okay.
No, but yeah, no, we're really trying to bring an online music community together. After being in the music scene since 2012, when I started playing my first live shows when I was 18, I started seeing a slow and steady decline of venues in the city and promoters alike sort of being disinterested in like indie music and the scene as a community. And the result of that is a lot of good, reputable venues have been closing down left and right. And it's really not showing any real signs of slowing down in terms of becoming completely corporate. So what we're trying to do here is bring an online community of like-minded musicians, all the stuff that you might want to hear or listen to. Specifically today, we are talking about rock and indie music. Our past episodes have been more metal and hip-hop. Today, our guest, Layton Thomas, is going to be showcasing some of his songs. Basically, showing us and telling us all about his experience in Toronto as a musician and his personal experience with music. But, yeah, that's going to be coming on later.
I had to make some fucking notes while you're talking. Did you say that you played your first show in 2012 at the age of 18?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop it. Are you trying to math out my age?
Yeah, and I'm not like, then I was like, holy shit, because then I was thinking about the first time I was playing shows, and that was in 2002, which was 16 years ago, which means you were 18. So my first show, I played when you were 2.
No.
No, that doesn't work out. I was drinking a lot today. What the fuck? No, that doesn't make any sense. Now that I said it out loud, I'm like writing it down. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I was not born in 2001.
No, you weren't. You weren't, because then that wouldn't make any fucking sense.
So then that means...
Yo, we're throwing this segment in the fucking trash, man. There's no way.
God damn.
I don't know what I was thinking here, but like 16, when you were 18. I don't know what the correlation there was, but I was just like, God, that just made me feel old as fuck.
You're not old. You're young.
And now my brain's going with the math and all that.
You still got light in your eyes.
On my fucking way out, I think.
No, you still got some years.
Yikes. That made me feel old. I fucking quit. I'm out of here.
You're not old. You're just shit at math. It's all good.
I'm generally pretty good, but like I'm drunk.
Hey
and I'm
man, most teenagers are really bad at math.
I woke up a very, very long time ago. It's been a long day for me.
It's a hard time. It's a hard day, you know. Gotta go do things.
I woke up to feed the ducks at the lake.
That's so Canadian. So Canadian.
Fuck!
But back to Toronto.
Yeah, let's talk about that, please.
Back to Toronto music. The venues in the city just are it's actually, like, lately I have been seeing a more increasing amount of bands going out there and going on their own independently, trying to get their own gigs, and more efforts from bars having weekly either open mics or just feature sessions, like the Piston down right beside Long McQuaid at Ossington and Bloor. Every Tuesday they have Indie Night, which they just feature 2 or 3 new bands that are up and coming. Like, efforts like that are amazing because it's sponsored by Long McQuaid and Steam Whistle. I'm really hopeful, and I do believe that with the right network that we have established so far, and with the new audiences that are joining us, I think we can get things like that happening all over the city, all the time, every day of the week, not just a one-off once a week in one corner in Toronto.
Well, just like I just generally go to a lot of bars because that's just like what I do, and like the amount of time, like I find myself at way more open mic nights where like I don't participate or they're just going on than I do than like going to actual concerts. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's like, and I it's nothing that I ever really thought about until you started talking about it right now, and I'm like, yeah, man, people, like, this is a fucking thing. Like, I've never participated in anything like it before, but...
And the thing is that the Toronto talent is so abundant, and it's just raw talent out there that's completely, like, they haven't even marketed anything or really recorded many things for the most part. It's just a lot of fresh faces all the time and a lot of really great stuff that you could not find in recorded or anywhere, and consistently, and it's just like genuine, pretty man. Decently,
yeah, like there's so many
technical and like just soulful,
so many good musicians to a point where like now I don't even play music in front of anybody anymore. Like, I've written albums before, gone on tours and shit like that, and like I can't even pick up an instrument in front of anyone because like I am dog shit compared to everybody now. Like, even just like if you have everybody that I've met over the last few years with any kind of musical talent just like blows me out of the water, and I'm just like don't want to play around them at all.
The competition in Toronto as a musician is
insane.
It's really ridiculous, but I use it as fuel because like I'm consistently challenging myself every day to become better all the time, but on top of that I'm always chasing the ideal like practice routine or the ideal sort of habits that would make me get to a level where these musicians living in such a busy and expensive city still get the time and still have the energy to put in the effort to practice and get that good, you know? Like, I do believe that, you know, that
it's like, how do you pay your bills, man? How do you afford rent and be that good at something?
Yeah, I really do believe that the mentality behind how a musician practices is really the end result of how they get so good, because otherwise they'd just be like jamming and like wasting their time, and like if they would have to get a job because none of anything they do is actually a project or is anything focused enough to be marketable or make any money off of it.
Like they're and speaking of like making money off of like an open mic and things like that, it's like I've spoke to some of these guys in bands and I'm like, yo, like what are you guys taking home tonight? What's about paying you? And some of them are like $1,000. I was like, that's more than like fucking like touring hardcore bands. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And in the city, it's
are
common.
Are you kidding me? Like, I mean,
for
sure,
a high level artist.
Like, yeah, right. And I was like, I mean, yeah, you guys got to split. That's like, it's still $200 a night, which is like 95% of bands are like, oh my god, $200 a member? Like, oh my god, really? Like, we're laughing.
Sweet.
They're fucking on the highway in the van for doing that, man. Like $200 per fucking member. Like that's a lot for a lot of bands, man. Like, and it's like, I mean, I get it. You guys know your instruments inside and out. You can play other people's music, but like, that's the thing. People are just, constantly want to hear that same old fucking Journey song. Or like, Wonderwall all the fucking time. It's like, yo, check out some new music instead. Like,
yeah,
let's make them some money too.
In the city, it's really crazy the amount of really high level quality cover bands that I've seen just destroy up the scene. Like, just like whenever I'm at a bar and a really good cover band comes around, specifically one that I saw recently as an example is Bubblegum Bikini. They just do Motown songs.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, you want to see it, right?
Well, Meshuggah started out as a Metallica cover band.
No way.
I swear to God, back in '87.
How did I not know that? That's crazy. That's amazing.
That's a thing.
That's hilarious.
That's a fucking thing. But and now they're the heaviest, fucking most well-respected
trance metal. That's what I call it.
And I'm not gonna go into the vocals.
But yeah, no, Bubblegum Bikini, man, like they killed it. They do Motown covers. They make it a little more modern, a little more hip hop, just kind of like jazzy. Oh, they just destroy.
That sounds fun. I would love to.
Every Thursday at Mrs. Robinson, if you want to check that out on your own.
Okay, do you hear that, folks? Every Thursday at the Robinson. They're not paying us a thing, are they? Nope.
They will.
We'll force it.
We're
just gonna walk in. Can I have money now, please?
Yeah.
We gave you a shout out.
If it was only that easy.
I wish.
But yeah, honestly, it's a new world. You never know what people will go for. People will.
Motown. If you don't like Motown, you have no soul. It's as easy as that.
I think that's a fact.
I think you're a little bit dead on the inside there.
Are you gonna start rapping?
No, I'm not. Who's calling me?
Hey man, listen.
I thought we talked. Yeah, we said no phones. It's no phones.
I was not gonna actually throw it.
I did that already. That already happened.
Doing it for the podcast. That's fucking dedication, man.
So up next.
What
do we got?
Up next, we got my good friend Layton Thomas, who I met back in 2014 at an open mic. He's been, as far as I know, in the scene for close to probably over a decade now. When I met him, he had tons of recordings on his laptop. He had not released any of it, just like any...
Sounds like a lot of people from Toronto.
Any musician just never knows when their their piece of music is finished. So as any, good creative person, he just, created a lot of stuff. I met up with him, and then he ended up showing me a lot of his recordings, and then one thing led to another. We created this music project, and we fell in love.
Yeah,
we kissed.
You kissed?
We didn't kiss.
We didn't kiss. Okay. We talked about that kissing earlier too. Before it
gets any more awkward, let's bring him out.
Let's take a quick little segment break, and so we can smash some scenes together and come back. And there's gonna be someone in between us, I think, or is it gonna be on someone's side? He's going to be in the middle, isn't he?
He's going to be in the middle.
He's going to be in the middle. Beautiful. A very intimidating...
Stay tuned for smashing scenes.
A very intimidating way of interviewing someone is fucking ganging up on them in the middle, right? That's good? Professional? Love it.
Sexual.
We'll see ya in a second.
And we are back.
It was just a
to
good
the-
whole Asian restaurant. It was beautiful. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your Asian restaurant conversation?
You are. I had my order here written down on my notes, and I was just going over it, and I was like, that was a fucking good meal last night. Sorry.
That's what.
Let's bring out our guest. Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Hi. Introduce yourself to our guests.
My name is Layton Thomas. I'm a songwriter. I'm a musician. I do music.
Sounds depressing.
Sounds. Yes, I'm very sorry
It
to hear
has to
that.
be. You have to maintain a level of like unsatisfaction with your life. And there are enough
Otherwise,
things to
what's
write
the
about.
point?
So let us. So for the people that don't know of you, the people that don't know of you and who you are, tell us a little bit about your musical past and things that you've done and things that you're happy about and would potentially want to tell someone about, like the internet.
Tell us all. Spill the beans.
My musical past and things that would be interesting. Maybe
All right,
two different
that's
things.
That's
I've had
very
enough.
general.
Thank
so
you very, very
how
much.
about you just?
Have a good night. That's it. That's all we got for time for today.
So tell us. This whole podcast is about bringing the Toronto music community together, right? So
Okay,
how do
yeah.
you fit in the Toronto music scene?
Yeah, I like
I
that
don't
question
know.
way better.
I might be the worst person to ask that, but my take on it is I think I'm a little bit of a butterfly. I show up here, I show up there, and I try and just absorb what every musician I know is doing, and I try and support it.
It's kind of beautiful.
That's where I
I
sit in
think I
terms of the
cried
scene.
a little bit.
But in terms of my contributions, I did the open mic scene for a good 5 years or so, pretty solidly.
And the Toronto open mic scene is really, really good. I think we were
Yeah.
talking about that in the last segment, and I believe like a lot of
Agreed.
people's chops are built there for the most part.
So true.
Especially
Yeah.
starting up if they don't have any real instructors. It's a good place to start to really build the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it used to be stronger than what it.
Are you okay? What the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with
He
you
lost
today?
his headphones there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just David gave me a weird look. David's, by the way, David's our camera guy. He just gave me like a really strange look, and I had to look at him in the eyes, really passionate.
Don't worry, David and I are taking care of it.
Okay.
David and I are on it.
You were saying the open mic scene is getting stronger?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Glad I asked that then.
Yeah, no, I believe it's not. And
It's not.
The whole purpose, I think, of what we're trying to do here is to make sure that it builds up to a level that it's at stronger than it ever was. That people
Yeah, okay,
are
yeah.
inspired enough to go to these open mics and that they're informed where they're even happening. Just to create,
Yeah, there was
more
always this
buzz
one
about it.
website that I was always hitting up. I think I just always got it by googling like Toronto open mic
Yeah.
I'm on
scene
it.
or something.
Doing something.
I don't remember what it was,
And
but I
that's a
think like
good
one of
way-
the top results, and it would just show you whatever. I mean, this was like going back several
that
years.
is a good
but that
way
was
to
what I
find,
used to do.
what's going on in the city. Most people actually find all the things that happen through
But that's
Googling it.
when you look. It'd be way nicer if there was a thing that popped up and said, like an advertisement, let's say, that just said, hey, this is going on right here at this time. That somehow, like, if there could be YouTube advertising or something like that, we could just, like, it would be, like,
I think
locale
simpler-
specific or whatever.
I think simpler than that. I just like a online representation of that. An online equivalent of the open mic scene is what's needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is the music podcasts in the city that are already happening have done that pretty nicely by talking with the artists, and they themselves promote these little scenes and these jam sessions.
And sort of creating, like, a grouping of all the people who are actually interested in seeing something happen with that, I guess. Like,
Exactly.
just giving them one sort of area to focus on so they kind of congregate and
Just
get
building that
strong.
community.
Actually, didn't know they have Thursdays at Fairgrounds Organic Cafe and Roastery in Etobicoke here, Long Branch and Lakeshore. They have one on Thursday nights, open at 7:30 p.m.
Wow,
They're showing
that's
us-
really close.
Yeah, and I did not know that. And
I didn't
I've lived
know
in
that
this
either.
area for my entire life.
So what other, we do this podcast every Thursday. So for those of you out there who don't know, And for me too. What other open mics are on Thursdays?
Yeah, I'm just gonna because there's like honestly multiple, and like it's gonna take up the rest of the segment. So I'm just gonna do like one. So on Mondays, Painted Lady, 9 p.m. Each performer gets to sing a max of 2 songs.
That's a good one. Painted Lady is consistently
the
awesome
Painted Lady
talent.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Like, I
always.
love that place, man.
I'm a big fan.
There's the
Good
Hideout.
times.
It hosts a free open mic sponsored by Amsterdam Brewery. Ooh. We're not getting paid by them as well. Sign up is at 8 p.m. Another bar we're not getting paid bar is Junction City Music Hall. Sign up's at 7, runs till 9.
It's another good one.
Yeah,
On
I already
I've
said
never been to their open mic though. That'd be cool. to check out.
yeah. I already heard Thursday. There's the Fairgrounds. I said Friday.
Thursday there's
Salty
also
Dog.
the Poppers Pub.
Poppers
Down
Pub, sorry.
Poppers Pub.
Doesn't say that
At
here.
Bloor.
Might be new though.
Do you get to like be on the
Thursdays,
on the patio,
Thursdays.
the rooftop patio? That would be dope.
So yeah, and then
I
Saturday,
bet
Sunday,
not.
just do something else, guys. But during the week, yeah.
Nah, Sunday is the best
Is
open
it?
mic in the city.
It says
Supermarket.
High Root.
Yeah.
It's a family-friendly open mic running from 3 till 6. That does not sound fun to me.
High Root. No, I'm talking about
Has to
Supermarket.
compete. Well, no,
Supermarket.
that's the only other one
that's the
listed for
only other one.
Sundays.
Yeah,
That is the
that's the spot.
spot for open mic. At least if you
the-
want to go to a consistently like high quality, high caliber musicians type of environment. Like
Higher Roots trying to come for them. You know.
Can we just like go out one day and do our own open mic and record it for the podcast?
is that you asking me on a date?
And him too.
Oh, well, that's
yeah.
awkward.
Yeah,
Kinky.
since we're talking open nights, how about we go and we fucking do that? Somebody
Yeah.
brings a camera, we go do when we do 2 songs.
I would like that.
That sounds
With that, does that?
That would be
sexy.
real cool.
That's maybe drunken Andy talking,
We're-
but
we're
sometimes he
bait.
comes up with some good ideas.
Yeah,
I don't hate him for it.
I love him for it.
Yeah.
The ideas are in here.
They're
somewhere.
deep. They're in
They
the bottom.
float around in here, and you
Yeah.
gotta get them in you.
I do believe eventually we're gonna start broadcasting some of the better scenes that are happening in Toronto weekly. That's really the goal.
That would be very cool.
It is so smoky in here.
Yeah, there's a pizza. There's a pizza in the oven.
Oh, is that what's
I forgot
going
about
on?
a pizza in the oven earlier, guys.
Oh.
And we're recording now, so I don't want to
do
leave.
something about that.
Newsflash: fire at Islington and Lakeshore.
I wasn't
Don't
gonna
give
say
away our-
anything. I
don't
thought it
give
was
away our
all these
coordinates.
electronics running hot. You know,
No.
they're just working
Just
hard.
me and the pizza. It's like most of
of
that's
steam.
my sweat because I'm like pizza. I need the fucking pizza.
Now you might not want it.
So Kyle,
Yeah.
you've been doing stuff in the city. You were talking about your solo projects and your experience as a musician. So I was introducing you earlier, telling everybody how I met you at that bar.
Yeah.
And we ended up just vibing out, and then you showed me
Yeah.
all the unreleased songs you had.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of gave you my opinion, and then
Yeah.
one thing led to another. Recordings started happening, and then we eventually started a band together. Why don't you tell?
happily ever after.
Hey, shut up, man! Hey, listen, you be quiet over there.
Nope.
How about you tell the people that don't really know your band what it was all about, what it is all about, and what you guys are doing?
Okay. My band's called Car Trouble. It basically, I mean, in its modern incarnation, I should preface this by saying that this has always been to me like this project is like my, it's sort of something that I started doing when I was about 10 years old, which is figuring out what happens when I just try and write something that's all the way what I want to do. And it's an extension of that, but it came into actually being Car Trouble, I think, when we met. And that was at Kitsch. And Mr. Lou here, your fine half of the hosting department,
What did I do?
he was the bassist for Car Trouble for
I
a
was?
while. No.
Oh no, Lou was. Sorry, you're telling me. I was
Hey,
like,
man, we're talking about me now, okay?
Wow.
this is the
Listen,
Lou show.
dude, this is the
I'm a
Lou
little
show
fuzzy
right
on
now.
those years. Maybe it was you. I
I was
don't know.
like, oh my god, my
Yeah,
god.
no, but,
what was I doing?
Working at Kitsch, I was working the kitchen, and Kyle had come in for an open mic, and I loved his songs. Then he had come back months later, and I recognized his songs like from an open mic, so much so that I went up to him. We started talking, and then I played bass. I still do. I just started playing in Kyle's band. It's rare that the host can have some sort of like background info on the band.
It's true, you know the dirt.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I actually left earlier this year just because I got stretched thin with like other music projects. I'm also a freelancer working a technician. This whole podcast takes a lot of energy and time.
Yeah.
It's my main focus right now, and I just felt it was unjust for all the parties for just having one member not be as focused as the rest.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And you have to pick your battles and stuff and
But tell us what you've been up
stretch
to.
yourself thin.
Yeah, tell us what you've been up to lately with your project.
So we're going to release a single called Film Noir, which you actually did the bass on. So you know all about that, but we're doing a video for it, which is really exciting, and it's film noir themed, and
Of course.
yeah. It's like this song's called
What it is?
Film Noir. We're gonna do a video, like a film for it. What should it be like? So anyway, I had this idea in my head for a long time that I basically fleshed out, and I wrote this treatment for it, and got in touch with Mr. Aaron Alter,
Yeah.
who is definitely worth mentioning.
Incredible
because
videographer.
he is-
Super great to work with.
Mhm.
I've actually never personally worked with a project of my own with him, but several people that I know.
Well, you were talent on his set.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not like my
Not your
project.
project, but yeah.
I've worked with him before.
Is that the same Aaron Alter?
No, he's
I don't think so.
based in Toronto. He's a younger guy. Shout out to him and to anyone that needs a really good quality video.
Yeah, seriously, he's a
cinematographer that isn't this guy named Aaron Alter.
Man, I gotta tell him. Well, there he is. Yeah, he's
Which one?
there. He's the cinematography reel there.
This
up
one.
top, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant, and he's a really hard worker, and he's got a genuine love for film. So when I said like let's be as true to form as we can manage. I mean, most of the time you're in a position, probably, I'm imagining this, not that I make films, but I'd imagine that most of the time you get shoved into a position where like if you do too many tropes and gimmicks of a certain ilk, you're kind of steering away from the point, you know?
Yeah.
If you try and kind of caricature a genre too much, it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
But he was in a position where he could actually live that dream.
Yeah.
So I was really excited
You felt
about that.
like he got your vision and he projected it properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this if I'm watching a cinematography reel for Aaron Alter 2014, if you type that into Google, it'll come up. It's a Vimeo video. If this is the guy that made your video, like I am absolutely jacked to watch this. This is going to be sick.
Are you jacked?
I'm jacked right up. I'm fully torqued.
No, he's great. And so we're going to be releasing that. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm very excited because being that this started when I was 10, it's really nice to have Car Trouble in its modern and its current true incarnation actually being a thing.
Yeah, finally actualized.
Yeah,
Why don't
man.
we actually show some of our audience a couple of your solo songs and maybe an acoustic cover of a Car Trouble song?
That would be awesome.
Just to get some context and we can talk some more about this stuff. Real interesting conversation. Also, so many things I still want to mention.
Yeah.
We're just going to feature Kyle doing a small live set, and we'll be right back to continue the conversation. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, give it up for Kyle Layton Thomas.
Thank you.
You are still the master. Like a butterfly, you flap your wings till the wind sings in the trees and stings just like a bee. I feel the storm you're conjuring, and you you could be a boxer. Like a hurricane, you rock us all. Stronger and you're faster, and you're a disaster. Girl, you're a natural. The world is your opponent, and blow by blow you don't react. Outside you are still, but inside you can still feel the ropes against your back. And you could be an actor. Yeah, you've had practice after all. And the biggest factor is you're a disaster. Girl, you're a natural. You're famous, like all the entertainers do. Beautiful and shameless, but you can't be blamed. It's why they play this game with you. So baby, tell me something. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. Tell me where I stand, tell me who I am. Baby, tell me where to go. 'Cause you could be an author and write yourself a father role. To be your better daughter, you just can't be bothered. Girl, you're impossible. Thank you. Mrs. Green, you're the best damn thing I've seen. A limousine, fashion magazine, fever dream. I wanna show you where I sit and think. I wanna bring you round to every party and introduce you to the girl you've always been. But if they pull the rug from under you, just grab me for a kiss before you hit the ground. 'Cause if you show me which end is up, I swear that I'm never gonna let you down. 'Cause we both got a life to live and lose, so we can't afford to mess around. I'll let you decide what I mean. Mrs. Mrs. Green. Well, girl, I know I'm not the only one who knows the funny color that you like to paint your toes. And I remember making peace with that, and I remember that the key's under the mat, and that's how love goes. But if they pull the rug from under you, just grab me for a kiss before you hit the ground. 'Cause if you show me which end is up, I swear that I'm never gonna let you down. 'Cause we both got a life to live and lose, so we can't afford to mess around. I'll let you decide what I mean, Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green. Thank you. Calculated lady, subtlety can suddenly consume the room. She gets high on heels, walking oh so sinfully to win for me. Ain't no sunshine when she's here. The blinds are drawn and the coast is clear, and she's so film noir. She lives all your dreams nightly, sighing as the credits start to roll. But still her soul, she owns your eyes, belonging to her. They'll be longing for foreboding skies. Ain't no sunshine when she's here. The blinds are drawn and the coast is clear, and she's so film noir. Long, long lashes that leave their sting. Think I like it when she says bad things, 'cause she's so film noir. 'Cause sometimes, summertime is sunshine free. It's not like her, it's not like me, but we are who we are. And she's so film noir. Ain't no sunshine when she's here. Lines are drawn, the coast is clear, and she's so film noir. Long, long lashes that leave their sting. Think I like it when she says bad things, 'cause she's so film noir. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks a lot for that, Layton.
My pleasure, man.
So that was Layton Thomas and playing for Audiostation. That I'm just speechless right now. That was really, really awesome. Yeah. Tune in next week for some more music from Toronto. Thanks again, man. Any last words you want to say to our audience?
Thank you for having me. That's for you. And thanks for coming. That's for you.
There you go. We'll see you next week on the Audiostation. My name's Luis Vasquez. We're bringing you the life behind music to light. We'll see you next week. Signing off.
That was a beautiful performance. Thank you. That was wonderful.
My pleasure.
Yeah, man. Thanks for that.
Now I gotta ask, like, when I watch something like that, I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, now if this guy gets the opportunity to play with whoever the fuck he wants to, we're gonna pick like 3 other guys to play with at any time. I was gonna go Toronto, but so I guess
Go Toronto
You want to
first.
stay Toronto first?
Let's
Okay.
do Toronto.
We'll do a 2-part question then. Sorry, guests at home. We just ate we crushed a whole pizza after that.
Hey,
And-
man, don't
Yeah,
expose.
it wasn't in too bad of shape.
But like I'm like just picking out my teeth as I'm talking, so I need to explain myself.
Did
I
you
feel.
just say I'm out of shape?
No, I said I'm picking my teeth with my tongue because I'm a gentleman. So 3 performers, Toronto. Yeah, probably open mic. Who would you pick? Who would be your go-to?
Who would be your dream team?
Your dream team for Toronto?
That is quite the question.
fully loaded. That's what we do.
I'll go for the band thing here. And
Oh,
I'll
shit.
say that I think. Oh, hello.
Hi, sorry,
Hey.
I was told.
Yo, getting cozy.
I think as far as like a vocalist that I'd love to work with.
Tell me all about it.
Who sings the best, man?
I love women vocalists because
I think that's sexist.
yes, it is. Yes,
It's not. I
correct.
love it. Women vocalists are way better than men vocalists.
No, there's something that
I'll
in
say it right now, I
general,
don't care.
They bring to vocals, and there's plenty of dudes who do this too, like say Chino Marino.
I think it's breasts.
That's what they bring to the vocals. Yeah.
Is what?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Breasts.
It's biology.
God, no.
No, it's not. It's well, I guess it is, but there's just the sweetness and the tone and the nuance in
the
chick
breasts.
vocals.
Stop that.
I'm sorry.
that
I'm
hits me.
sorry.
Something that hits me.
I'm
No,
fine.
you're setting us all
And it
back.
inspires me, and like I think my voice has sort of a very mid-rangey kind of point where it settles, and I
Is there a specific-
unabashedly and unashamedly take after a lot of chick vocalists.
Is there a specific Canadian artist that you...
Yeah, well, the reason I was saying that I was doing my really long roundabout way of saying that as far as a vocalist that I'd like to work with, and I have laid the track for that, and I hope that could actually be a thing. But is Danielle Knoll. I think her vocals are incredible, and there's just a sweet, amazing quality to her voice, and she gets it. So she'd be a vocalist I'd want on a stage with me.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, Danielle Knoll is a Toronto-based pop artist. She's super talented, has stuff on YouTube. She's got a couple original videos, a really greatly produced cover video. You can check her out at Spotify, SoundCloud, really all the social medias.
If you type her name into Google, she'll
out.
come up. She's just found that out.
She's that big.
My job's done here.
Which is great, but continue.
Yeah, and I guess well, there's this dude Matt. I don't even what is his last name? I don't even know his last name.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Matt.
I know Matt.
Classic Matt.
Matt is a friggin'
Shout out to
amazing
fucking
bass.
Matt,
Shout out
boys.
to Matt. Yeah, give it up to Matt.
Matt 1T.
I think he was in the Bible.
Matt with one T.
Yeah, he was.
Oh fuck! I was talking about the other Matt.
Fuck. The one who wasn't in the Bible?
No.
I can't give him a proper shout out because I don't know his last name. I met him not that long ago, but I was blown away by his bass playing and his musical sensibilities. So he'd be an amazing bassist to have on that stage. And
Matt the bassist. Shout outs to Matt the bassist.
and you know who has amazingly tight drum skills is James Agostino.
Yeah, he's in
Yes.
several Toronto-based bands.
Yes.
Specifically, actually, not James, but the band that he's in, Afterwake, the lead singer, is going to come in here in a couple weeks and also
sick.
do one of these sessions.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, James Agostino, I've seen him play several times in different bands, and he is one of the most versatile drummers I've ever met.
Yeah, he's versatile and he's natural. He's just he's like in the pocket, and it doesn't matter if he's playing something really complex or really simple, and he nails it, I find. So he'd be definitely somebody that I want to have drum for me. And then Jube on lead guitar, for sure.
Jube!
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't know Jube?
No.
Jube is a phenomenon.
Really?
Yeah,
Jube is the man, the myth,
I have to type this in.
the legend.
yeah.
If I type his name into Google, is it J-U-B-E?
No.
J-O-O-B.
J-O-O-B?
What's his
Yeah.
last name? Vakili?
Vakili.
Vakili.
It's
Jube
Urban
Vakili.
Dictionary. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
wickedly
wonder how
talented.
many different things say J-O-O-B on the internet.
Yeah, well, the Urban Dictionary one, I was like, no.
But so that I'd say that would be
Wait.
my dream team right there.
To tell, another way to tell someone in a heterosexual masculine way that you love them and wish them the best is Jube.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, man.
Oh my god.
So if you type in Jube on Google, you'll find out
my
who
God.
Jube is.
I am copy that link, send it to me. I'm sending that to him today.
Just send him this podcast.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm not reading that one out.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, get off
Insane.
Pornhub.
That would be
I'm not on
one.
fucking Pornhub. I'm on Jube.
That would be one band that I would, but I can't. That's just me picking out examples of people who on the scene, they're playing and their character I think are awesome.
Yeah.
So what about now? We're gonna take this to the next level. Any 3-piece that you get to join, like so you make it a 4-piece. Three
It
other.
has to be a 3-piece.
No, well, it has to be a 4-piece because you're the 4th. So pick three other musicians or artists that you would love to perform with anywhere in the world, not just Toronto,
But
anywhere in the
they're
world.
not. They have to be.
Like go big or go home.
They
They
have
could
to
be
be
dead.
3.
They could be dead.
They have
It
to be
doesn't have to be.
3.
No. It could be like Jimi Hendrix, Neil
Oh,
Peart.
okay.
Like it would like
Who would I wanna jam with?
pick your poison, man.
Paul
Who do you
Ultra,
want?
man.
Who would you like?
Would you,
Okay,
would you
well,
just join Pantera?
I would. That's what I would fucking do. I'd
Yes,
just
and
be
I
like-
would
just
only be in it
Pantera.
for about like 3 hours.
and then be like, I'm
And then
wasted.
I would just like do, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
wouldn't matter because if I were sober, I still wouldn't have done justice to those parts. But just to like go up there and do my best Dimebag Darrell that I've been working on for 15
brother,
years.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, if I could just go up and do that real quick, and everybody goes, yeah, that was pretty shit. You know, I'd still be like,
I still got to.
well,
play it.
you didn't do it, so
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd love that. Also, I would love to do vocals.
So not Pantera. So who are your actual?
I would love to do vocals for Linkin Park, just once.
Really?
Because that's all I could do would be one, and then I would ruin my fucking voice.
Even matter.
Yeah, you know.
I was about
that.
to start, and then I was like, nah. I see how loose.
Listen, all right.
Crawling in my skin. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
no, you let
yeah.
it know. Let it. What your favorite
No,
Linkin Park line?
What's my favorite? I don't know.
That's not my favorite line,
Yeah,
but it's just the
no.
first one. What's the first one that comes to your head?
We're doing
Hit the
this?
floor off of Meteora. That song is just so heavy.
That's specific.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's the first. He asked for the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like picking Toronto musicians that I want to jam with. It's like I'll pick that one, sure.
I guess.
But there's a lot, you know, like that's one side. That's the aggro side of me. That's like 14. But you know, currently,
Yeah, my 14-year-old self makes most of my decisions. I had candy for breakfast.
there's something
Well,
really.
I mean, what is cereal? It's just fucking candy with milk.
Well,
In a
some of
bowl.
it.
This song is heavy. I remember this track.
Yeah, man. The song is great.
You gonna do this? That guitar tone is fucking heavy.
It is just like, and it's funny because if you hear it on its own, it's really not. It's like it's so. It's just it's a mess of boogie. dual rectifier. I think.
Those are the best.
They just do the job.
They do
when
the
you
job
listen to them
better
on
than
their own,
anyone,
they're kind of like.
I had a 1993 custom
You did?
made Mesa Boogie dual rectifier.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
custom made.
yeah. I found it. It was like a fucking green leather, like covering for it, and like the serial number. I had to call Mesa Boogie, and they were like, "Our records don't go back that far." Yeah, I was like,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like a really, and then like I got really broke and had to sell it. And guess what? Still broke.
Yeah.
For those for those non-techies out there in our audience, a Mesa Boogie is an amp.
It's
a
a
guitar
musical amplifier.
Yes, that is used in that recording that he just played.
Yes, and like heavy as shit. You don't even need a pedal for it at all. I did not.
The gain on it is raw and strong. It's crazy.
Now you need like 15 distortion amps to play a solid thrash metal album.
Yeah, and it's a different sound.
Oh yeah,
The Mesa Boogie is fantastic for like quick drop D chords,
or even like in Marilyn Manson's "The Beautiful People." Like
that kind of shit. Exactly. Those kinds of riffs, which is totally the same kind of playing as like Linkin
Parade,
Park.
Rage Against the Machine.
But that song is like Tom Morello is a weird one.
He's the greatest
with his telly and his like minimal
shoving
distortion.
Allen keys into his fucking bridge of his guitar, making noises. Sounds like a cat's getting whipped around by its fucking tail and shit.
Yeah.
Like
creating new sounds. Yeah,
you heard the story about all that, right? You know the story about how he like started making all those noises?
Oh yeah, he just dropped a bunch of acid. He got abducted by aliens.
Couldn't solo.
No, he
That's
know.
the story.
So he wanted.
What else can I do?
He wanted 2
impresses
turntables
people?
and a microphone, right? But his parents couldn't afford that, so they got him an acoustic guitar. So he laid it on its side and was like, and made like, and that's how he started doing that shit.
Way.
I swear to God,
pretty cool. That is a good little.
Once
bit
in a
of
while,
trivia.
I'll toss out a little nugget like that, like one an episode. That's all you guys get.
Hey, I like nuggets.
I'd say I'd also like to play with Mother Mother, because if there is a band in existence that I sometimes wish I were, it's that one, because they're brilliant and they do exactly the friggin' thing that I set out to do when I was a teenager. Then I heard that stuff for the first time and I was like, oh, it's being done.
They're very theatrical. They're not afraid to push the edge of what a conventional pop or even alternative rock song might be.
Yeah, they take big risks.
Yeah, like really big instrumental pieces. Really out there writing in terms of both like harmonically and lyrically.
Yeah,
they're very.
They're technically amazing, and that was mine.
I know, I'm giving it to Lou to read.
Oh, okay.
So this brings us to the last part of our segment, of the last part of our podcast. Songversations, brought to you by.
Songversations.
No, what's the name of the guy? There's a name on there.
We don't get paid to bring up any names.
The name of a guy on there?
We don't get paid to bring up any names.
Pay us money,
Give me money, Songversations.
So what this game is basically, I think it's like 100 cards with different questions involving music, and they are all made to induce a music conversation. So you drew one and out of the random pile, and the question on this music card is. You and your friends are headed out for a night in Vegas. What song do you play to get everyone rowdy?
Oh,
what song are you playing that makes everyone go like,
end to a segment fucking ever. I'm thinking right now. Give me a minute. You go first.
Hey, calm down.
I go first? Oh, I don't know.
You settle down.
What do we get? Everybody get the whole car, van hyped.
Yeah, you're getting that.
Quick, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah. Hurry
Do
up.
I actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What song? Oh man.
No.
Maxime. The correct answer is Maxime Nightingale. 'Cause it's alright and it's coming home. We gotta get right back to where we started
it's
from.
that Post Malone friggin' song.
Rockstar?
No, what's it called?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's what you would put
That's
to
what-
get
that's
high
the
people.
song that-
Going to Vegas.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm out of here.
Everything has its particular application.
For me, it would be Highway to Hell for sure.
Dude, honestly,
That's
listen.
amazing.
Fuck. Yo, it's so fucking funny that you said that because I was thinking AC/DC Thunderstruck and like I don't like AC/DC, but like that fucking that gets you fucking hype.
Those are way better. Those are too good.
And that's it. AC/DC is your number one artist in the entire world, apparently. Thank you very much for listening to our wonderful podcast, Lou.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. That was Layton Thomas giving us his perspective of the Toronto music scene. Tune in next week for more artists and more content.
My pleasure.
Thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Luis Vasquez. This is the Audiostation Podcast.
My name is Andy Dinner. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you. Bye.